widdz here, and in today's video I'm gonna show you one of the best tanky AR PvP builds in the Division 2 when it comes to both conflict and dark zone. I will also show you a similar version but modified for your crit lovers out there. So the build in particular works the best with headshot damage because we are gonna stick into hazard protection to counter all those pesky skills that are in the game. We're also gonna focus on all blue, so we will be running 6 core blues. And the way it's built, it's one of the tankiest build in the game because we're using 3-piece Hilla Guard, which gives us 5% total armor, 60% health, and then the 3-piece, which is 2% armor regen. So a lot of survivability right there. We are also using the Picaro holster, so we get both blue core, and then of course as a minor attribute we get a full red core, which means 15% weapon damage. And then we also use everyday carrier, which is a named chest piece or bellstone, right? And this one will give you perfectly efficient, which gives you 75% chance to not consume armor kit versus normal efficient, which is only 50%, which doesn't sound like a big difference, but that 25 extra percent will do a lot. Of course, if you want to, you can swap this chest piece and just run unbreakable, especially if you're doing conflict. Depending on how many armor kits you get, if you see you get 1 armor kit, then you probably want to swap to unbreakable. In dark zone though, I think efficient is definitely the way to go. So if you decide to not run bellstone, you can run another brand set such as Fenris, Providence for the 15% headshot damage, right? Because it is a headshot damage focused build. Could run Walker as well, but I would rather just do Fenris or just go for the headshot damage. But look at the mask. We are running Kafaris, which is an extremely good mask because of the name Talent. The minor attributes are not that great, right? But the talent itself, Vicious Cycle, is really what makes it so strong. Especially since we are tanky, we are able to take a lot of damage. So the way Vicious Cycle works, if you don't know, is it gives you stack up to 30, and every stacks give you 1% weapon damage. So when you hit 30 stacks, this will trigger, so you will lose the stacks, but it will trigger a purge, so it will remove all stacks, as I said, and status effects. And then it will drop a healing cloud on the floor, which restores 5% of max armor for 10 seconds to everyone that goes into it. So extremely good because it will give you more damage, and when you get trigger, take away the status effect, so it counters a lot of the skills, and then a heal on top of that. So damage, heal, and purge, a little bit too good to not use for this. And when it comes to the backpack talent, we are using Adrenaline Rush, which gives you bonus armor, right? And since we have 6 blues, that bonus armor is gonna be a lot of effective HP. And if you combine that with running around, and if you don't shoot your gun and just try to stay alive, clip, like you can stay alive for so long. Like I had so many times in conflict, especially if you're running against people that are maybe not the best PvP players, like you can stay alive for so long. And hell, even if people are really good, if they have a headshot damage build, it's gonna be pretty rough to get you down. So extremely good and easy way to get armor and stay alive. So those are the gear pieces that we use. So if we take a look at the weapons, it's mainly gonna be focused around Bighorn since it is a headshot damage build. I will show you a crit version later in the video though. And if you don't know how to get Bighorn, you should still be able to get it through legendary. Slap damage your target out of cover on it. And recal that in the base, right? And yeah, just really high headshot damage from this gun. Extremely good. Secondary, you can use whatever you want. I just have like the showstopper here, like use a SMG or a shotgun. That's what I would recommend. Third, I have Orbit. Always have this one in case you can finish something on the floor. You get 35% crit hit chance and 40 crit hit damage for 15 seconds. Just swap the gun after you kill something with it. Works on destroying skills as well. In terms of skills, since we are running 6 blue, Defender Drone will be pretty good, even though we don't have much skill tier to it, because the more HP you have, the more effectiveness you're gonna get from the damage reduction, right? Otherwise, in Dark Zone, I think Decoy is just too good to not use. Other than that, I mean, you can just slap on a fat shield, because I mean, it will give you a lot of health, as you can see. Maybe even like this shield right here. I don't like using shield in PvP, but that's something you could use because you have so many blues, right? But I would personally definitely recommend Defender Drone, Pulse, Decoy is what I would recommend. In terms of specialization, as I usually say, it's up to you what you want to use. But if you are gonna use efficient, especially perfectly efficient, I would definitely recommend Firewall, just for the armor kit here, which recovers 200% armor and 200% health over 10 seconds, right? So over time, which means you can just spam the armor kit preemptively, right? As long as you take a little bit of damage, go behind cover, pop that armor kit, and then just push them. Super cheesy, but I mean, that's been a thing in the game for a long time, right? So definitely get some good usage out of that. I have 30% health on killer, which I mean works pretty good when you have that health from Hillagard. I mean, not too bad, right? But mainly used for the armor kit. Since I do know a lot of you guys don't really like to run headshot damage builds, I figure I could just let you know how you could set it up pretty quick if you wanna run it crit oriented, of course. Then you would swap out the Bighorn, maybe use like a shield splinter, pretty good. So use like a shield splinter, right? Well, you can do it like this. So you keep Kafaris, you keep Hikaru, right? And then you equip 2-piece of Walker. And the good thing with 2-piece Walker is that you can get the named Matador backpack, right? Which gives you 23% bonus armor instead of 20, which with fully stacks is 9% more. So with that, you get the weapon damage and damage to armor. And then you equip a Fenris for the assault rifle damage, right? And then like you can go Grupo for the 15% critical hit damage, or if you have Siska, you can go Siska for 10% crit chance, which is what I would do if I had one. And then of course you keep still 6 blues. You go crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere. So get your crit hit chance to 60% and dump the rest into critical hit damage. You will of course lack hazard if you go it this way. But I thought I would just put this one in here in case you guys are interested in a crit build version that would work pretty similar. But yeah, that's basically the build. I mean, if you have played this game for the last months, you probably know about this build. Nothing new. I used it for a very long time since I got back in the game. But I think now I covered every AR build that I wanted to. And I wanted to do that just before the next video I will make, or a video I will make soon, which will be a video covering all the AR builds. So I wanted to have one individual video for that. But I think next week we will dive into SMG builds. So yeah, I hope you found this video useful, and if you are interested in more Division 2 content, then make sure you hit the subscribe button. You can catch me live on twitch.tv/widdz, or I will see you guys in the next YouTube video.